You're gonna be in my next video.
You too. Can I film you?
Yes.
It's us before. Oh, whoa.
You'll follow you.
That's insane.
High tech.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
Actually, I was like,
Yeah,
whatever. But what are we doing next?
Nadine, can you do the color switch?
Nope. This is all I know.
Oh.
But it's really easy and it's really fun to learn because I also made a cover for my e-reader. So I made something like this, smaller, doubled it, folded it like this, sewed the sides, and then I put canvas around it. So this is the inside, so it stays protected. I'll show you sometime. And it was a present.
Okay, say something.
Yeah.
Shabnam, this is your chance.
If you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can say my one Mandarin word that I remember.
I can work on marketing part in our classes.
Wait, Joanne. Coffee.
Uh-huh.
好吃.
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 Lekker.
Lekker. Very good.
Means coffee.
No.
It means it's just
Good taste.
Yeah, good taste.
How lekker.
好吃. 好吃 is Mandarin
Mandarin?
and lekker is Dutch and it means the same.
Oh.
And yesterday Joanne told me.
and there's like a nice slowing down at the very top before it falls again. I think that's very well done. But yeah, again, keeping it abstract and also these sketchy lines that are still visible. I think like visually makes it interesting. I think you also repeat that in the ground as well when you do this. You repeat those little lines in the ground, so you're applying a style in one place and keep applying it everywhere else. I think that's very good.
This helps.
Yes, I think so.
What if I only speak nonsense?
What?
What if I only speak nonsense?
It's okay.
Then it's also
Every
okay.
word works.
Okay, everything is valuable.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not talking about my 1 minute animation.
Yeah.
Here's my production intention. How we guide it.
Yeah. No, I mean, for me, so far this makes sense, right? And I think your challenge will be to get it into a trailer, right? In a length that you can actually produce before January, right?
I hope so.
No. I mean, I have faith. I mean, and in the end, I think for January, because you intend this to be your graduation project, it's most important that you have at least something that is finished far enough so you can show it at that moment, so you can also get feedback, right? But because you want to continue with it, it doesn't have to be finished.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah?
For the 1 minute,
Yeah.
is the every sequence need to be at the final 100% done?
No, my tip would always be, but I would actually already give you that tip for November now, is for November, see, if you have an idea visually what you want the film to look like, see if for like the evaluation in November you can make one shot, only one shot, and make that as good as you can make it look, because then you know how much time it takes to make this one shot, and then you can calculate how much time you need for January. And for January I would say, no, it does not need to be finished, but think of it also like this: in January you will also have an external evaluator present, and they will give you feedback. Make sure that you present something that is clear enough for them to get an idea of what the entire film will look like.
And about my research, I think this is the most difficult part for me.
Why is this difficult? Why is it difficult?
I think
But I
it's
mean,
very
for the research, why don't you just think what you need for the film? What is it that is important for you to learn to make this film? And then research that.
I do.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, yeah.
I tried to write it on the sheet
Yeah.
this morning.
Cool, show me.
And my research chapter is about
And I can't read this because there's light. And unusual language. What is unusual language for you?
the visual language.
Oh, visual language. Sorry, I couldn't read it. Visual
Sorry,
language. Okay, oh yeah,
sorry.
okay, I get it. Yeah.
Oh
Because
yes.
emotion is happy, sad, angry.
Oh, that is exactly what Pete gave me the other one.
See, it makes sense what I do.
Yes. Give a name to the emotion.
Yeah. What are so? If you have to say, what is the most important emotion that is in my film?
I think it's the alienation.
Alienation? Okay, so alienation is wonderful, great, yeah. So then your question is, how can I communicate the feeling of alienation through symbols and visual stories
Yes.
in an animated short film?
Yes.
Right? But then that's your question. What's wrong? Then it's okay.
But when I was doing the research, it's hard for me to.
But then
to
it can make
translate.
no. But then after that, ask. Okay, so then now if you have that question, then you have a couple of things that you can research. You can say, okay, so I want to know more about visual storytelling and emotions. Is there any? Do you still have a talk with me planned or not?
I like to, but they want to give me my vacuum cleaner after. See you tomorrow.
Right, and then you might also say, okay, maybe I should look into alienation in animation a bit. Are there other animated films that are
Do
really
you have
about?
any reference?
Yeah, probably. I always do.
Is this website for the?
No, it's for the festival.
Oh.
Our database. Well, there are films called Alienation. I'll make a note and I'll send you some suggestions, okay? Because I need to look into some of them again a bit.
Merel, it's up for grabs.
It's father and
We also
daughter,
have
then, right?
Boom's house in
Father and
powder
son.
form.
What do you want your
My audience to learn.
yeah? I mean, learn is always so heavy, but what do you want them to take away?
This kind of situation is not only happen just on me. Maybe some people will maybe get through this and
Yeah.
don't know how to solve this, and maybe they don't want to solve. Maybe
Yeah.
there's a kind of situation. I think I'm just trying to tell that,
Yeah.
and that's not have any judgmental.
Yeah, also in a sense you want to say that, let's say as a son, you end up not having a very good relationship with your father. It's not necessarily your fault, right? Or even the father's fault.
Yes,
or
nobody.
sometimes it just
Just happen.
happens. I mean, okay, but that's fair. That's good. That's fine, right? I mean, that's a very good message, and I think a message that because I think a lot of people feel guilty for not having good relationships with their parents, right? They
Yes.
feel that somehow because these are their parents, they need to have an amazing relationship with them. And I think also, I mean, this is not really part of your research, but I think also on television and in TV and in series and on Netflix, we are constantly being fed also these images of how we should be with our parents. Right, that we should have good relationships with our parents, right? That this should come naturally to us. Whereas, yeah, the thing is, of course, you can't pick your family.
Yes.
Like
but-
they're just there, and you're kind of stuck with them. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And it's good to try, but it doesn't always mean that you will succeed, right? So I think that there's like. This is a good, interesting message, right? Sometimes you can't make it work between two people, and this can also happen when you're father and son or father and daughter, right? And also, maybe it doesn't really matter, because maybe in 10 years, you will have a great relationship with
Maybe,
this person.
yes.
Who knows? Maybe you both need to change a bit, or not see each other for a while, or something like that. That's also...
I don't know.
Well, I mean, my relationship with my parents got a lot better when I got a bit older. I can tell you that. I was not good with my parents when I was young. So I think it's also not, and it's also part of a process where you psychologically move away from them, which is just growing up, right? If you didn't do this, it would also not be healthy. But then you need to find a new kind of balance with them where you're both adults, right? Which is also hard, right? Because you had this dependency on them, and that's gone now partially. and then how do you relate when you start living your own life, but they're also still there? So I think for you, you can already, I don't know how far you are, I think it looks that you are pretty far already, but you can move towards animatic very fast already, right? So,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't have the deep.
It's going to be so frustrating, so it's really important that you then also make your vision clear. And the thing is that these kinds of questions, if you're ever going to apply for money, they will ask, right? They will very straightforwardly ask, why should we finance your film and not someone else's film? Because all the money that I'm giving to you, I'm not giving to any of these other people, right? So, and then those are questions that you need to be able to answer. Yeah, so you have time. And for you, with the emotions, I would always say, test it on people. Make something, test it on people, ask them, what do they feel, what do they see? Because it is hard with emotions. Because emotion is also a bit cultural, and it's really nice to test it on different people, because you might really find that they see different things and feel different things. Yeah, then they will always want to hear a little bit more relevance, right? Yeah. And you see, of course, that filmmakers that get funded in the Netherlands, they, were you at the Netherlands Film Festival?
Yes.
Yeah, you can kind of see what's being made. The student films are different, of course, right? Because they, like you, have a year to make film, and they can do basically whatever they want, right? But the professional films, you see that most of them have some sort of, right? The film that Milo worked on, it's about gay relationships. The film that with the dog being buried, it's about grief and saying goodbye, right? And understanding that as a young child. And I don't remember what else there is. Well, the one with the insects, it's very much about being an outsider and not being included, right? It's about groups, in crowd, etc. So you always feel that you're somehow the back. Filmmakers know that there need to be these big themes, right? And in the Netherlands, there's not a place in the animation industry for a professional maker to just do whatever you want. You cannot be Hayao Miyazaki here and just kind of say, I'm just going to storyboard and we'll see where it goes. But that's also, he can only do that because he's Hayao Miyazaki.
Yes.
And he couldn't do that 40 years ago.
Because I like
He can do it now.
Maybe I also just recognize it.
Right? So it's always, this is just how funding works, I'm afraid. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this looks very good. And it looks like it's going to go in a really interesting
That's
direction.
weird, right? I've had it with one perfume and it just...
And I think you should not worry too much about research. Because this is already, look at how much research you've done here already.
I did it yesterday night.
Yeah, okay, well this is very clear. So this is fine. And I think for you now it's more like, look more into visual storytelling, look more into symbolism in animation. Look for animations that look symbolism to express psychological concepts in a way that you like and learn from them. And I'll look at some films especially about alienation and father-daughter relationships. Yeah. Because there's definitely some. Yeah. I think you're getting there. And I think you're worrying too much. Which doesn't help to say it.
But I like fresh laundry.
Why are you all worrying so much?
Should we start listing?
Yeah, what's your main worry?
I want to know.
So
Okay, should we do like everyone saying like a word?
I already said it.
perfume it's so fun, but it's also really bad.
Research.
Research? Technical parts. Like, am I good with my technical parts?
Suffer from it, but I mean that's one we can't change. We can protest and we can do all sorts of things, but
Were you in Amsterdam's protest?
Yeah.
no, I was not in Amsterdam because it was my mother's 85th birthday, so I was celebrating that. But otherwise, I would have gone to the protest. But that was already planned actually before the protest was planned. So, but yeah, I completely agree that the general world condition is worrying in many ways. And the condition of the animation industry is sometimes also worrying depending on where you want to go. Right?
Just sharing worries.
Good to know.
Yeah, good to know. These are all things that are good to know, and then slowly you will get the things, and it will get there, and it just takes time, right? So, but yeah.
Young told me that I need to have I need to book the long discussion with him, but he didn't tell me when. Can I
Book it after the holiday immediately. Well, see, there's still some spots on the 21st.
I book it here.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Then he'll be, and that day you have that secret assignment that I told you a little bit about now. But I think there will be time with him actually that day also.
Oh! No, I have not.
Okay, like that. Okay.
It's this one, right? Yeah. Wait, is it this part?
I love it.
Me
Little
too.
robot.
Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.在这边点了一杯抹茶拿铁，买到了这间店。
上去看看有什么。
他们有个钟哦，超漂亮的日落。但今天下了一整天的雨，我也不知道现在是什么意思，就是现在才有出太阳。我要回去了，现在是7点半。虽然今天很冷，有一直下雨，但我还是很喜欢海洋哦。下次再来，拜拜。